Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to another episode of Basic Breakdown. I'm here in the filming studio at MJ headquarters with our resident fat burning supplement fanatic, Vince.
What's going on?
Vince, we have a new fat burner.
We do.
A reformulated fat burner. One of the most popular fat burners, version 2.
It is.
From our good friends at Faction Labs, Deficit Clinical. Let's take a deep dive. Just need to pause there for a second on the back of Clinical.
Getting clinical with me.
Yeah, man, 100%. Man, we need to take a deep dive because there's 26 ingredients.
Yeah, we're going to need a break in between this, get a little snack break or something.
Yeah, I'm gonna need a scoop of Deficit Clinical.
Yeah.
When we get to ingredient 13, 14. All right, guys, strap in. Let's go, Vince.
So, from the top, 50 serves in the new Deficit Clinical. So they've increased the servings from the original, which I believe was 40, up to 50 now.
Yep.
Serving size is 8 grams. And in here, really, there is 1 gram of fiber, which we'll get to after, which is your 1 gram of carbs in here, and 1 gram of protein, which, and amino acid in here as well. So
let's go with negligible.
Yeah.
Let's dive into these actives here, Vince.
So first active is coffee cherry extract.
Yes.
Which gives 70% caffeine in 143 milligram dose, so 100 milligrams of caffeine.
Yeah, natural caffeine.
We
should add as well because it's going to act differently to synthetic caffeine, which is also in here. Second ingredient.
100 milligrams caffeine anhydrous.
Okay, so we've got 50-50.
Yeah.
We've got half synthetic caffeine anhydrous, half natural caffeine from coffee cherry extract. It's an interesting place to pull natural caffeine from.
Yeah.
But it is what it is. So we're going to have some fast-acting caffeine from the anhydrous and really not sustained, but let's say longer-lasting caffeine.
Yeah, it's going to take longer to break down initially.
Yeah.
We then have some B vitamins. So I'm just going to rip through them because they're all really in there for energy support, energy metabolism.
Yeah.
Vitamin B1, 10 milligrams. B3, 20 milligrams. B5, 10 milligrams. B6, 10 milligrams. B9, 100 micrograms. B12, 5 micrograms. We then get into their metabolic fuel blend, which has acetyl-L-carnitine in a 2 gram dose.
Good.
Which is going to help transport stored body fat, so it can be broken down for energy.
Yep.
Your main fat metabolizer in here.
Yeah, and the acetyl chain crosses the blood-brain barrier to help with mental focus as well. So it's going to have a little effect on mood, which is something we like to see in fat burners as well. Big dose of acetyl-L-carnitine, Vince.
It is,
1,000 milligrams.
Good, man.
Yeah, very good.
We then have synephrine hydrochloride in a 15 milligram dose, which is really another stimulant in here. It will help increase your metabolism a bit, but yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna help metabolic output. It's also gonna help a little bit of thermogenesis, similar to the way caffeine does it as a central nervous system stimulant.
Yeah.
About a half a clinical dose though.
Yeah.
Technically half a maximum allowable dose in Australia. We're allowed 30 milligrams per serve. Only 15 milligrams per serve in the Deficit Clinical.
Well, we didn't bring a tub in here, but I wouldn't be surprised if they say on the tub have 1 to 2 scoops, and maybe that's why they've done it.
Yeah, possibly.
With the new 50 serve. So I didn't bring a tub with me to look, but yeah. We then have some kelp, which yields iodine in a 100 microgram dose, which really is in there for thyroid support.
It is, yeah.
So it helps your thyroid really and trying to increase your metabolism through increasing your thyroid function.
Yeah, metabolic support, which is one of the primary effects we look for in fat loss supplements. So between the synephrine and the kelp extract, we've got metabolic support in there for sure.
Yeah. We then get into the Neuroblast blend, acetyl-L-tyrosine, 500 milligrams, increased production of dopamine, help reduce stress, increased feeling of well-being.
Good.
We then have alpha-GPC in a 300 milligram dose, stimulates the formation of acetylcholine, which is going to help with mental focus, mental sharpness.
Yeah, little light on the alpha-GPC. I would like to see, I like seeing 600 milligrams.
Me too.
To be honest. So 300 milligrams is about halfway there. The N-acetyl-L-tyrosine, though, that's a good dose.
It's a good dose, 500,
It's a very good dose, yeah.
We then have some Piper nigrum extract, black pepper extract, 5 milligrams, helps increase the absorption of all the ingredients, not just the ones I've mentioned so far.
Put that in the Neuroblast matrix.
I don't know, maybe it just helps with the choline absorption, I don't know.
It doesn't.
But,
Anyway.
We then have Huperzine A, which stops the breakdown of acetylcholine, which is then going to increase the amount of choline you have in the body for longer and allow the mental focus to last longer.
Yeah, look, I don't mind this Neuroblast matrix they've got going on here. There's some nice synergism, elevation in mood and feeling of well-being from the N-acetyl-L-tyrosine. elevation in mental focus from the alpha GPC combined with the huperzine A. And the ratio of the alpha GPC, like I said, I would have liked to see it a little higher.
Yeah.
But there is, there's a bunch of huperzine A in there as well, Vince. So that mental focus is going to stick around. So from a nootropic perspective, it's not bad.
Yeah, not bad. We then get into their mood support, which is a bit confused. I thought tyrosine would be a mood, but yeah, anyway. Glycine in here in a 1,000 milligram dose.
Okay.
Glycine in a fat burner may stimulate GLP-1 and glucagon release, which can help with fatty acid metabolism and can help kind of improve insulin sensitivity as well.
Yeah, that shouldn't be in mood support.
No.
That's in the wrong place.
Yeah.
There's a few ingredients that need to move around on this label.
Yeah.
Anyway, little light on the dosing with the
It is.
glycine as well.
Yeah.
It needs to be at least that twice
2 to 5.
that amount. Yeah, for sure.
We then have some theobromine, which is in a 100 milligram dose, which yields effects similar to caffeine, can help with mental alertness, cognition, and feeling of well-being as well with that stimulant.
My personal favorite waste of time ingredient.
There you go.
Theobromine. So
Waiting
let's
for that one.
quickly move on to the next one.
We then have some Camilla sinensis, L-theanine, in a 100 milligram dose as well, which paired with the caffeine provides a smooth, long-lasting source of energy and relaxation without drowsiness.
100%.
We then have Hordeum vulgare, hordenine, which is a monoamine oxidase inhibitor, which amplifies stimulants and prevents crashing from those stimulants as well.
Yeah, going to have a positive effect on metabolic output as well. So there's going to be some nice synergism here with the kelp extract and the synephrine when it comes to metabolic output too.
Yes. We then get into the Appetite Assist blend, which starts off with Gymnema sylvestre in a 1,000 milligram dose.
Big dose.
It is. And it's used in fat burners really to help regulate blood sugar cravings, can help reduce blood sugar levels and absorption of carbohydrates when you're consuming carbohydrates.
Yeah, so we got a little bit of insulin support in here.
Yeah.
Ultimately, that's what we're doing from a fat loss hormone optimization perspective.
Yes.
Yeah, good.
We then have prebiotic fiber, which is new in a fat burner. I don't think I've seen it in a fat burner.
I reckon I have.
You have?
Yeah, in a couple. Yep.
1,000 milligrams prebiotic fiber, which helps promote the growth of healthy bacteria, which may improve digestion, which therefore, if you're digesting better, it can help regulate appetite and help you lose fat.
And that's where the fiber on the nutritional panel comes from.
It is a gram of carbs, We then have saffron extract using 0.3% safranol in a 20 milligram dose. Saffron commonly used in cooking. In a fat burner, it can help reduce appetite and promotes feelings of fullness.
We're starting to see saffron pop up in fat burners a lot here.
We are.
Most companies are now using it. Good dose as well, the 20 milligrams. Like to see. We're seeing between 15 and 30.
Yeah.
So kind of bang in the middle of that dose.
And saffron also has kind of nootropic effects as well to it.
It does, yes.
So extra benefit there. We then have chromium picolinate in a 150 microgram dose, which helps insulin bind to cells in the body, which increases the body's ability to regulate blood sugar levels. Yeah,
and some nice synergism here with the Gymnema sylvestre extract and the prebiotic fiber when it comes to insulin. Effectively boosting insulin sensitivity, decreasing insulin resistance, and touching on that important hormone when it comes to fat loss.
100%. We then have and go into their water shred matrix, which starts off with potassium citrate in a 150 milligram dose, which helps regulate fluid balance in the body really, and helps prevent dehydration.
Yep.
We then have dandelion root extract in 125 milligrams, commonly used fat burners to help reduce water retention in here. Juniper berry extract, 125 milligrams. Similar thing as well, helps reduce water retention, promote weight loss, can improve digestion and kidney health as well by doing that.
Yep.
And then we have Yuba uricea leaf in 125 milligrams, which helps, similar thing, reduce water retention.
Yeah, look, the reason why I've kind of remained silent and let you go through those ingredients, Fitz, I'm not a big fan of diuretics in fat burners.
Not a fan.
Nah.
Don't want to look shredded. What about
because it's bullshit, man.
Wow,
ultimately, like a fat burner, if you want to take a diuretic, take a diuretic. A diuretic is not going to make you lose fat. It's going to make you shed water. So what are we trying to do here? Are we trying to shed water or are we trying to actually lose body fat? That's just my personal opinion. So I kind of just skim over the diuretic ingredients in fat burners. All right, what do we think of this formula? Because it is stacked, man. There's a whole lot of ingredients going on in here. What are your thoughts across the board?
There is a whole lot of ingredients in here, and there's a lot going on really in the different blends. I think there's some things that are in there that are quite good, some things that I'll probably swap out for some others, because it is missing the thermogenic base. I like to see kind of grains of paradise in there.
Well, let's do this. Let's go through the 5 effects that we generally look for in complete fat loss supplements, and let's see how it stacks up.
Yeah.
Effect number 1, increased thermogenesis. Nothing direct.
Nothing direct.
Really.
No.
There's some indirect crossovers, the caffeine, the synephrine, the hordenine, the black pepper extract. There's no GBB in there.
No.
There's no Capsi Max. There's nothing really directly going to do that.
No.
Effect number 2, increased fat metabolism and lipolysis.
It's going to do that with the L-carnitine in here.
Yeah, 100%. I think we get a tick there. Effect number 3, increased metabolic output.
I think it's going to do that as well. Synephrine, kelp, the other stimulants with the hordenine as well. Caffeine,
I would have liked to see some foscolin in here, or some Coleus foscoli extract, but it's still like it's going to boost metabolic output for sure. Effect number 4, stabilize fat loss hormones.
Well, I think it's quite good at that because it does have the gymnea, the prebiotic fiber, the chromium and saffron. So I think they've done a good job at regulating kind of blood sugar levels in terms of fat loss.
From an insulin perspective.
Yeah, so I think they've gets a tick for that.
Yeah, definitely. And then the 5th effect is the energy, the nootropic, the feeling of well-being, that entire effect that we kind of, the effect you feel from fat burners.
I would say energy, really good with B vitamins, natural and synthetic caffeine.
Yeah.
And feeling well-being, I think it's going to be pretty good.
Yeah, man.
Good dose
after
PPC.
So, I mean, really, the only kind of gap in the formula, on paper at least, is the thermogenic effects.
Yeah.
That's kind of the only thing that they're kind of missing. So I think it's pretty solid, man.
Pretty good.
It's pretty solid. I think they've kind of taken the reformulation in a different direction to the original deficit. But I think they've done a pretty good job.
Yeah.
Where are we at in terms of flavors, price, and availability?
So 6 flavors for now. We have a vanilla cola, raspberry soda, mango nectar, lime daiquiri, grape bubblegum, and golden passion fruit.
Now, I wasn't here when the care package rolled up from Faction
I
Labs,
was.
but you guys did some tasting.
I took the liberty of breaking it open.
Thoughts on the flavors?
They're good, man. Some were sweeter than others. There was a few in there that weren't quite as sweet as what I expect from Faction, which I think is a good thing.
Yep.
Because for some people, some flavors are too sweet, and then the other flavors were delicious.
I did try the lime flavor, and that was pretty good.
Yeah.
That was pretty. And I'm not a big fan of citrus. Lime is like the one exception to my citrus blanket rule.
Yeah.
And it's a pretty good lime flavor.
It is.
To be honest, nice and refreshing. Kind of reminds me a bit of a mojito. One of my favorite drinks.
Yeah.
Price, availability.
$79.95 for the 50 serves. It brings it down to $1.59 a serve.
How does that compare to the original deficit?
Well, the original deficit was the same price, but 40 serves.
Okay. So better value for money.
Better value for money.
As well.
Yep.
And available now.
Available right now.
In all 6 flavors. Guys, if you're looking for a new fat burner that does almost everything that you want a fat burner to do, take a closer look at Faction Labs Deficit. Vince, Deficit Clinical.
Clinical. Yeah, can't forget the clinical.
Deficit Clinical. Vince, anything else you'd like to add?
That's it.
Guys, hit the subscribe button. Subscribe to the MJ Fitness YouTube channel. Don't forget to turn your post notifications on whatever device you are watching this video on so you don't miss a beat when it comes to all these new basic breakdowns and everything else we've got happening here on the channel. That is Basic Breakdown on the all-new Faction Labs Deficit Clinical. Until next time, where we come to and from Vince.
MJFitness.au.
Live fit.